Hey guys, so how do I rank my investments? How do I put a preference on what's my favorite investment to the least? I hope this video helps you. Check this out. Hey guys, so I think my flight is a bit delayed. I don't know why we haven't left yet, but I want to take this time. I've been receiving also a lot of questions whether I have my priorities in terms of investing. What investments do I value more than others? So as you all know, in terms of ranking my investments, I place a bigger bias also in the stock market because that's what I know. Before I go to my list, I just like to point out that number one, in terms of your investments, always put a priority on something that you know more, something that I guess is in your expertise, something that's in your core. It doesn't make sense for you to invest in something just for the sake of diversifying. Even if you don't know a lot about it, even if that's not your core, I would rather that you put more into something that you know, into something that you understand, into something that you have the ability to make it grow into something bigger, as to something that you're just putting it there just because you want to distribute your money. It's not a good way to actually do it. What's a good way is from where you are, you focus on what your strengths are. So for me, that's why I love entrepreneurship more. I love business more. I love starting my own. I love the hustle, the grind, the grit, to be able to do things from my own hands, to be able to just start things. And I don't know, it's such a liberating feeling to be able to do things at your own terms. So if you will put a rank, if I'll put a ranking, I'll put a preference into it. That's why if you noticed it from the previous videos also, it's either I'd always talk about stocks. The stocks at the end of the day are still about businesses, it's still about entrepreneurship. But the thing about the stock market is it's just that it's not just you running the company, you're just a silent investor making the most of the capital appreciation from the growth, or you're making the most from the possible dividends that you would get from it. So what does that have to do with everything? So I like stocks first, then second, running my own enterprise, being an entrepreneur. That's something that's more fulfilling for me. And third, which is also in conjunction to entrepreneurship, bond investing. Because when you go to bonds, it's essentially you also lending your money to businesses, lending your money to companies that will use your cash for either expansion, or they're going to use it also to pay I guess another piece of debt. So ranking wise, stocks, entrepreneurship, then bonds. Then if I would put another level of bonds into it, I will segment it into from stocks. I like the common shares, the growth shares. Then from stocks also, it would be preferred shares. So parang stocks, common stocks, preferred stocks, entrepreneurship, then bonds. So bonds, corporate bonds, then another type of bond, which is government bonds, which is less risky, but it gives me predictability of income. What I like about preferred shares, and what I like about bonds, and what I like about corporate bonds and government bonds is I get passive income on a regular basis. It gives me the ability to be able to get a specific amount that I know every quarter I will receive it. So that's what's very, very important to me. And if you notice it, from stocks to bonds, those are all liquid. I like the ability of being liquid, and I'm not a big fan of that. That's why even in this top 3, I would not want to borrow. I'm not a big fan of taking out loans because people say that when you invest in the stock market, it's risky. There's a big chance that you lose money. But here's the thing, I'd rather do something that's my own money than I borrow money for a business or for another venture or even for property that if it does not go so well, I might end up defaulting in it. I might end up not paying it. So I place a higher priority on items where I know that I can possibly maximize it. There might be more risk attached to it, but that can be solved by having cash. That can be solved by hedging with a lot of cash-like items. But even bonds, they're not as risky as what a lot of people think. As long as the company, you know the company that you're putting your money into, and you know that they won't really fold up, they won't really close. Be confident to invest in them. Be confident to get the passive income that you can receive from those things. Next is this. This is my proxy to real estate. as you all know, I like I like real estate because I live in my place. But above and beyond that, in terms of investments, my proxy to property, my proxy to real estate investing is REITs, real estate investment trust. This allows me to earn capital appreciation and earn dividends, but it's basically exposing me to the real estate industry, not just in the Philippines, but REITs across the world. So it allows me to get dividends. The dividends of REITs are higher. It gives me real estate exposure to data centers, to hotels, to malls, etc., even hospitals. So I get capital appreciation there and higher than I guess the normal common stock dividends when I get REITs. So next thing I'll add to the mix for hedging. Of course, you need cash. I put a higher level also in stockpiling cash, because cash gives you opportunities. It gives you, I guess, the notion that you are hedged. It also can protect you when times are not so good. But when opportunities come, you can use that cash to position you to earn more also in the future. Then I'll add the UITFs. But if you have to add context, UITFs are also form of stocks, so it somehow is complemented by that. But for passiveness, I would get index or ETFs, something that would follow the index. So after that, the cryptocurrencies, and after that, commodities. You can store gold, or you can also buy ETF that tracks the prices of gold. So ranking: stocks, common shares, preferred shares. Second is starting my own business, entrepreneurial ventures, Talas Madaleno, publishing houses, everything that I like where it's entrepreneurial. Number 3, corporate bonds, then government bonds, then number 4, cash, then REITs, then commodities, then cryptocurrencies, and probably at the bottom it will be real estate. Don't get me wrong, but this is at this point in time. When I get older, of course, I'll stockpile more in real estate, because real estate is passive income. Real estate allows you to have capital appreciation with your assets, and aside from the capital appreciation from your assets, it will give you passive income from rentals. So there, all of those things though, please remember this, all of these are all assets. They're not in competition with each other. My suggestion: get as much of it as possible, get as much of it as you can, because these are things that will help you. These are things that will fight for you. These are things that will grow, will make your money grow, and will when you can work, it's your assets that will keep on working for you and make money for you. So open everything, find out among all of this which is the best for you. Find out among all of these things which is the one that it's your expertise, and you know you can be good at it and you can earn. If you find that, scale that, put more into that. For me, it's stocks, it's business. So that's it for now. I hope this video helps you. Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. I think we're gonna fly that in a bit. You hear the engine, it's a bit noisy. So God bless you all.